Yo, what is up, guys? Daddy is back, and I have some updates for you guys here real quick. Lineup changes here. You see we got the Dennis Bryant Team of the Week card, who in my opinion is the best receiver that there is. Um, and we'll see how he does in the gameplay here. And of course, we're still rocking the team captain, Vincent Jackson, Julio Jones, Peyton Manning, Tolbert, Murray, yada yada. Nothing's really changed too much. Outside of adding Dez, and we got someone on defense. I completed the Eric Berry collection, and he's just a beast. There's the old Eric Berry. You see he's faster, better acceleration, better play rec, better tackling. Better just across the board in general. I haven't checked his catching. Let's check what his catching's at right now. 78. So, he's pretty much, a receiver, tight end. What I probably will end up doing, actually, is selling both these guys, or collecting this Eric Berry for the team captain, and then using Vaccaro, even though Vaccaro is one big downgrade. But the card's worth that much, but we'll play around with them. And I also have something else. I completed one of the Madden 25 throwback packs, and I'm gonna open it for you guys. See what we get. So it cost me a good bit of coins, get all those badges, and we got a Sean Lee. I like Sean Lee, but I don't really think he's better than Luke Kuechly. Nope. And Luke Kuechly's real easy to get, so I don't know what he'll go for. So I don't know if Sean Lee's better than Luke Kuechly, but I don't know what he goes for. He's slower, more awareness. I almost really regret doing this throwback pack. Want to be more than that, and there's only one up there. Yeah. I really don't think he's worth 160, but okay. So that's what we got from the throwback pack. I don't recommend doing it. I think the flashback probably would have been the way to go. But anyway, let me get into this gameplay real quick. Let's see what these two new cards can do for us. Yeah, so that was not the best pull by a long shot that I could have gotten out of that Madden 25 throwback pack, and that's really depressing, especially for how much you got to work to get those gold badges. They're not the cheapest, and then of course them damn elite badges. I think they were like 80k once all these new packs came out, and I think right now they're sitting at maybe 50, 60. If you're lucky, you can grab some, and that's the good price for it right now. But yeah, just not liking it. I think I had to buy like 4 or 5 of the badges too, and we spent that much, and we're not even gonna break even on it. We're actually losing out. So I recommend definitely doing a flashback pack as opposed to the throwback pack. Not worth it. If I do another pack, it would definitely be a flashback. Not doing a throwback anymore. But anyway, so 2 big things that's happened so far in the NFL that newsworthy, that I found very intriguing. There's stuff going on all the time. The Odell Beckham catch, which, by the way, even though I'm a Cowboys fan, holy cow, that was ridiculous. That was insane. Easily the best catch I've ever seen, and that's including college, where I don't remember the guy's name from Alabama who had his arms wrapped around someone to catch the ball. But yeah, the Odell Beckham catch, easily degree of difficulty much higher than any catch I've ever seen, and the fact he was able to pull it in with 3 fingers, just downright amazing. So I'm worried as a Cowboys fan. I don't want to see Odell Beckham. He's the number 1 receiver over there, and that includes Victor Cruz. Victor Cruz is good, but Odell Beckham he's going to be elite, if not already elite. So yeah, but the 2 noteworthy things is, number 1, the fact that RG3 is no longer the starting quarterback for the Washington Redskins, which is kind of a good thing, I guess, for Cowboys. But at the same time, RG3 hasn't been RG3 as of late. So if anything, I'm more worried about watching Colt McCoy come in there than RG3, because RG3 holds onto the ball. He doesn't make his quick decisions, and he doesn't get rid of the ball. He holds onto it for way too long. Plus, it seems the line for some reason blocks better for Colt McCoy than RG3. But that's just my observation, and it
trying to be objective, but at the same time, much more worried about a quarterback that's already beaten us as opposed to one that hasn't looked so hot. So that's number one. No clue where RG3 is going to end up landing next year. I'd say Bears would be his best place for him to go. They have a great running back and receiving core over there. In my opinion, especially start of the season, arguably one of the best, if not the best in the league. But they just haven't had consistent quarterback play. So you get a right quarterback and a better, more organized offensive line, and I think you actually got a much better team out there. Granted, their defense is not what it used to be. But anyway, so that's my thoughts on the RG3 thing. And then the other thing is Eric Berry. I'm doing this video essentially to showcase, the Eric Berry card, the MVP, and Dez Bryant, the two new additions to the team. And as I was editing this, the news came up, I think like yesterday or something, that Eric Berry, they found like a mass in his chest, and they think it might be lymphoma, which is a form of cancer, real aggressive form of cancer, which is just horrible to hear, especially someone that has been doing like all the right things since he came into the league and through college. I never heard anything about him being a mess up or anything like that. Guys that need to get their act straight, and it's just real sad. And he's such a high performance player. So I wish him all the best. And he's actually not even the first case of someone having lymphoma in the league. I don't remember the guy's name. He came from Syracuse, and he was after Jim Brown, and he was actually going to play with Jim Brown. The Browns had drafted Jim Brown the couple years before, and then drafted this other guy. I can't remember his name, but he was actually supposed to be faster than Jim Brown. Obviously not as big as him at the time, but faster than him. And they were going to run a wishbone set. They would have just been ridiculous. But yeah, he ended up having lymphoma, and he ended up dying from it. So hopefully that does not happen in Eric Berry's case, because I'm a huge fan of him. And it's just, things like this just really suck. But I wish him all the best. Hopefully something comes out soon to let everyone know like what's going on. They're supposed to be doing probably a biopsy here in the next couple of days. Hopefully the results come back quickly. But anyway, I guess let me get into the gameplay. You've already seen my opponent's doing a decent job. Like I can't even lie. He's doing a good job. Beating my zone coverage for the most part. He's running a lot of these corner routes, which are just real easy plays, especially when you don't have anyone in the purples, or if the people playing the purples don't play it right. They're just hard routes to defend. But it doesn't matter. He turns the ball over here, and I was just going to run the ball out, trying to do this read option with Colin Kaepernick. But anyway, so you've seen Dez fumble the ball. You've seen him drop the ball. So not looking good for the best receiver, in my opinion, in MUT. And not looking good for DeMarco Murray for putting the ball on the ground. He gets a CPU big hit and, drops the ball. Like seriously, I really think the CPU just does not want me to win this game. All these dropped interceptions, even user pick drops. Like you hardly ever see user pick drops, especially with Eric Berry here. Even the elite version of him, I hardly ever dropped user picks. But I figure with a better version of him, you really shouldn't drop any. And clearly that is not the case. But so I still think the Eric Berry, obviously, in my opinion, is the best strong safety card there is in the game right now. I might end up keeping him. I might end up selling him. I don't know what I'm going to do with it because it's just a really overpowered card. The speed he's got, the hit power he's got, and the catching he's got, it's just insane. And he's a fairly tall guy. And whatever his rating is for jumping is just insane because he goes up and gets it, as Connor Barwin gets this fluky little flip and takes it to the house for 6. So as if everything wasn't already going bad for my opponent in this game, us being up 17, we end up taking that to the house for 6 and definitely put this game out of reach. So my overall evals of the cards, the Dez Bryant card, I've used like a game or so after this, and it is not, it is beastly, but it's not like overpowered. Um, there's cards that I'd say I would put the Julio Jones or the Vincent Jackson comparable to it. Granted, Vincent Jackson's much slower, but Vincent Jackson's like, like 3 or 4 inches taller. So that just adds another dimension to it. Plus his catch and traffic and everything is just almost as high as Dez. But not knocking anything on the Dez card. The Dez card is really nice. Now the Eric Berry card. I'd have to say I noticed a little bit of difference, but it is just that a little bit. So I almost say the card's worth more to sell right now and just get the elite version of Eric Berry, or someone else if you're so inclined to do so, like the Cam Chancellor or something. But or if you want to do the Eric Vaccaro or Kenny Vaccaro, even though Kenny Vaccaro is way slower than even the elite version of Eric Berry. I want to say he's like almost 4 points in speed slower. So it's not end of the world like if you collect them and sell them, in my opinion, because the Eric Berry card is the elite version is just fairly abundant. As we get to pick with Cromartie here, I love that Cromartie card. It's only like the gold version of him, but he's a beast. He jumps routes. His speed is just phenomenal. And here I am trying to get the ball down the field to Dez. This is not going to work out. But here comes the last play. I end up getting sacked. That's what you get. You can't have all day to throw. You're not Tony Romo back there. But leave a like on the video if you guys like it. Comment down below what you guys' thoughts. Maybe you know what? Maybe I'll even do a Eric Berry giveaway on the card if I find something that you got to donate for or something. I don't know. I'll see what I do. Maybe I'll work out something with the Eric Berry card as opposed to selling him. I'm showing you guys stats right now. Nothing overly. 4 tackles. That's it. And 1 dropped interception. Jesus. But as always, subscribe to the channel if you guys want more head-to-head MUT games, pack openings, and all that. And I'm out, guys. Deuces.